Hi everyone. How was your day today? I do hope it was great. I'm Elaine from English Made Easy. This channel is dedicated to making your English lessons easy, practical, and interesting. Today's lesson will help you to substitute the word great for about 40 different words, synonyms, depending on how you use it. So, if you want to sound more fluent in English, this lesson is definitely for you. We tend to use the word great almost all the time, and there's really no sense in doing so. You can make people understand you much better by using different words instead of great. So, here are some of the words you could use instead of great. If you mean something is of great interest or above average, you can use words like exceptional, significant, extraordinary, impressive, magnificent, splendid, awe inspiring, marvelous, outstanding. See that? So many words. Here's a sentence to show you exactly what I mean. Very often, we would say something like this: It was a great party. It was a great movie. It was a great book. It was a great match. Why use the word great when there are so many other options? Look, I'll substitute the word great for you. It was a great party. It was an exceptional party. It was a significant party. It was an extraordinary party. It was an impressive party. It was a magnificent party. It was a splendid party. It was an awe inspiring party. It was a marvelous party. It was an outstanding party. If you mean big, you could use words like massive, huge, humongous, titanic. For example, a great wall stood between them. You mean a big wall. So you could say a massive wall stood between them. A huge wall stood between them. A humongous wall stood between them. A titanic wall stood between them. You might also use the word great meaning renowned, like a renowned person. For example, he was a great freedom fighter or he was a great movie star. Why say great? You could say prominent, eminent, distinguished, celebrated, noteworthy, famous, honored, esteemed. Instead of saying he was a great freedom fighter, he was a prominent freedom fighter. He was an eminent freedom fighter. He was a distinguished freedom fighter, a celebrated freedom fighter, noteworthy freedom fighter, a famous freedom fighter, an honored freedom fighter, an esteemed freedom fighter. If you want to emphasize the description of someone or something like this, he was a great cricket player, she was a great student. Instead of using the word great, you could say devoted, keen, committed, diligent, dedicated, passionate. So instead of he was a great cricket player or she was a great student, she was a devoted student, she was a keen student, she was a committed student, a diligent student, a dedicated student, a passionate student. Doesn't that sound so much better? If you are talking about something worthy of consideration, like the great thing about moving to New Zealand is the scenic beauty of the place. Dominant would be a better word, or main, uppermost, primary. So I could say the primary thing about moving to New Zealand is its scenic beauty, or the main thing about moving to New Zealand, the dominant thing about moving to New Zealand, the uppermost thing, the first thing. If you mean to say, he lived in a great big house beside a great big river, great in that manner. So you could use words like remarkably, or exceedingly, exceptionally, extraordinarily, immensely, tremendously, specially. So instead of saying he lived in a great big house, I could say he lived in a remarkably big house. He lived in an exceedingly big house. He lived in an exceptionally big house. He lived in an extraordinarily big house. He lived in an immensely big house. He lived in a tremendously big house. He lived in an especially big house. See? If you are using the word great as an exclamation, as we sometimes do, exclamation of surprise or contempt, like this, you are a great big idiot, or you great friend, you are a great big idiot, or you great friend. Now, I don't have to say great. I could say absolute, downright, complete, perfect, prize, authentic, honorable, like this. You are a great big idiot. You are an absolute big idiot. You are a downright big idiot. You are a complete big idiot. If I'm saying, you great friend, you honorable friend, you authentic friend, you prize friend, you perfect friend. In all the above examples, the word great has been used as an adjective, but it can also be used as a noun to say he was great. The Beatles were greats, something like that. So we've come to the end of today's lesson, and I hope you will be using the word great in a different way now. You will be using one of these 40 different words or some other word. The dictionary is full of them. Choose another word for the word great and substitute it. Use it, improve your vocabulary, and your speech and writing will be so much more interesting. People will understand you better. That's all for today. Thank you so much for watching right till the end. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.